Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to go ahead today and we're going to discuss the difference between Pak Sao and Moot Sao. Okay, they both look very similar to one another, but they both have very different application. Sometimes when we watch Wing Chun moves on videos, it's really hard to see what they're doing. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these moves down, okay? But just a little explanation first of the difference. Okay, first of all, when we think Pak Sao, we think slapping or clapping hand. Not necessarily to make that noise, but to visualize our application. Okay, so with Pak Sao, a lot of times we're thinking energy going forward out from the center line. Okay, going towards the center line of our opponent. Okay, whether we're adding a Pak Da into effect, it doesn't really matter. The energy is going forward. Now the difference here is Moot Sao is wiping or brushing hand. Hence in doing that, it's not going forward, it's actually redirecting, okay? And we really want to think of that word. We're not blocking, we're redirecting. I'm taking their energy and I'm not slowing it down, I'm just moving it by me, okay? So as Pak Sao goes outward, Moot Sao brushes by, okay? It looks very similar. Okay, and in fact, when we see it from the form, we look, oh, Pak Sao. But really, this movement right here is more of a redirection, okay? Even though we don't swivel in the first form, you know, you get to imagine what you would do if you are swiveling, okay? These are the movements in the form as a stationary form. But as you start to develop your Wing Chun, you're going to be swiveling, you're going to be moving, you're going to be changing angles. So today we're going to look at forward moving with Pak Sao and Moot Sao brushing or redirecting the energy. Okay, let's get into it. All right guys, so what we're going to do here is we're going to work Pak Sao. Now Pak Sao is forward moving energy from the center line. And when we do this, we don't want to think about our hand. We want to think about our elbows and our forearms. If we think about our hand, our fingertips end up going out. We want our fingertips up, okay? And we don't want to emphasize our movement on the hand because if we do, our balance goes too far forward, okay? And we end up spearing with our fingers. Remember, don't focus on the hand, guys. The hand is the last thing to think about because the hand's going to go there anyway. Fingers up, elbows moving forward, forearms moving forward. So go ahead and practice this for a moment. Now what we're going to go ahead, next movement we're going to work on here is Moot Sao. Now Moot Sao is brushing hand. And when we're doing our Moot Sao, think about redirection and just barely moving it by us. Imagine you have a mosquito and he's by your ear and you just need to brush him away. Okay, if I brush the person 1 inch away or 10 inches away, I've still brushed them away, okay? And there's no point pushing them too far away when it accomplishes the same goal. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to combine the two moves. We're going to go forward moving Pak and then redirecting. And we're going to also add a swivel into this one, okay? And keep in mind, guys, when you swivel, keep your toes on the floor. We're not going to rotate on the balls of our feet. We're going to rotate on more on our heels. If we lift our toes up, that tells our opponent that our weight is shifting back and forward. When we lift our toes, our weight's going back. When we put our toes down, our weight's coming back forward. Okay, and a good opponent can manipulate that. Also, when you're doing this, think in mind that when I'm brushing by, I'm not sweeping my hand across my body. I want to keep my hand in front of my body. One big common mistake people make with this exercise is they extend too far off to the side, and in so they kind of forget about the center line. So what we're going to work on right now is just a typical Pak Sao drill that we've worked on before. Okay, so I'm going to throw punches down the center line. You're going to Pak, other hand right behind. So it's 1. Nice and relaxed, good. So what we're doing here is we're just doing a typical Pak Sao drill. Pak Sao, as I mentioned before, is slapping or clapping hands. Not necessarily to make the noise, but to visualize the movement. Now, as you can see, Jesse has his hands one behind the other. This is the correct way to do Pak Sao with energy moving outward. Now, we're going to have Jesse do it wrong. He's going to go side to side. This is very typical in beginner Wing Chun students, because if I start going faster, it becomes easier this way, at least to them. But what they're not seeing is this giant hole right in the middle right here, okay? So when he has his hands one behind the other, what that does is it protects him in case I get through that hole, okay? Not only that, when this other hand comes down the center line, his other hand is already there. So we always want to have our Wu Sao hand behind to protect if something gets through, or to be the next shot that goes over, which is Pak Da, which we'll discuss on the next video. So we're going to go ahead and continue. If I go faster, it's not really that difficult for him to keep up because his hand is already in position. Extend a little more. There you go. So key application, or key thing to think about during this application is when he Pak Saos, he is directing his energy right towards my center line. Now, the distance or the space between his center line and my center line is also known as the central line, okay? So it doesn't matter if I'm angled off. Or if I'm angled off, let's say this way, if I throw that punch, he's still going towards my center line, using that line of attack in between the two of us. Okay, so we'll go back to Pak Sao. Just like that. Now, we're going to change it up to Moot Sao. So Moot Sao, what's going to happen is, if he makes a fist here, instead of me coming in here like this, I'm going to wipe. Wipe. Okay, so I'm going to do a few. So go ahead and start throwing punches. So he's going to go wipe, wipe. I still have one hand in front of the other. Now what you notice is I'm not grabbing his hand, but I can redirect his energy by catching this piece right here. Especially people that throw vertical punches like us Wing Chun guys. A lot of times I can catch here, and without grabbing him, I can still manipulate him because a lot of people throw with stiff punches, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and feed. Jesse's going to wipe, 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 wipe. Now right here, he should be coming under, right? Because he's already got that hand. This is his attacking hand now. So as I pull back, he's already there. There you go. There you go. So if any time, if we were to stop right here, there's his Wu Sao hand, there's his forward attacking hand. Just like that. Good. So that's Moot Sao, brushing or wiping hand. Now, let's go ahead, we're gonna do the drill with both. I'll start it off. So what Jesse's gonna do, we'll have him go kind of slow. He's just gonna start throwing center line punches. So Lin Wah Kyun, center line punches. So I'm gonna go Pak, Pak, Moot, Moot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And you can see by watching Jesse's posture, I can adjust, I can affect his balance. And make sure to keep your elbows in. There you go. Now remember guys, for all the people out there that are very judgmental and say, well, that would never work in a fight. You're right. If I'm standing here doing this, it would never work in a fight. Okay? But I'm only gonna do this once. Okay? When he comes with this punch right here, there's my moot right there. There's my punch right there. Okay? There's the difference. When he comes with this punch, there's my Pak Da right there. Pak going in, there's the punch. okay? He does it again. He comes at me here. There's my Moot Sao. Now, one thing you need to be considering, if he comes slow, I don't want to moot and keep my hand right here, okay? If he turns this into a Lan Sao and pushes into me, I'm going to go, okay? Once I redirect that hand, it's gone, I'm done with it. Once he throws that punch and I redirect that hand, I'm done with it, okay? I want to loosen up so that I can use this for some other application, okay? So remember, don't hold on to it longer than you need to. Okay, come in. 1, 2. So what you guys see here, I redirect and I get rid of the hand. I'm done with it at that point. I hit, he comes at my face, I redirect, I move. If you look at my feet, if you can see my feet, I'm angling. I'm not going to stand in front of him because if I do, I'm going to eat a punch every single time. Okay, so when he comes with that punch, I need to take that angle. He comes with the other punch, I need to take that angle. Okay, go ahead and straighten that punch out more. Okay, I need to take that angle. If I don't take that angle, then I really have to work hard, not only to not get hit with this hand, but then not get hit with that hand. Because if I don't take that angle, and he comes in and he goes, wham, he hits me, that other hand is coming. I guarantee you. People don't generally throw one punch. They go 1, 2. Okay, even if they don't know how to fight, they go 1, 2. So what we want to make sure is that there's always another punch coming. We don't want to get hit by it. Okay, so when he throws that punch right there, I take that angle, I move off, I hit. Okay, notice my elbow. What I don't want to be is a big, powerful guy. Take a step back. I don't want to be a big, powerful guy. When he comes to that punch, I don't want to be like, oh, like this. First of all, look what happened. I blocked myself, okay? He helped me block myself. I said, here, I don't want to hit you. I want to just go ahead and get blocked, simply because I wanted to feel powerful, okay? He throws that same punch, boom. Look at that. It's a lot faster, it's a lot more efficient, and it's more Wing Chun. That elbow needs to be down, okay? So a good way to practice this, he throws that punch, I'm gonna do palm, because I can't do a palm with my elbow out. See, then my fingers change. I have to have my elbow down to have my palm up. Okay, we'll do it from the other side. He comes in with that other punch, boom, right there. There's that punch. There's the my Sifu likes to call it puppy paw. Okay, nice and relaxed. Also these targets right here. I don't have to hit hard. He throws that hand again, boom, look at that. Okay, that will end the fight right there. Okay, I'm not darting my fingers, I'm just touching. Okay, and in training, be really careful with your partner to do this. If you're going to do this, touch his forehead. Okay, he throws that same hand, I go boom, I just touch that forehead. Okay, that's my Moot Sao, guys. That's very different than a Pak Sao. The Moot Sao allowed the energy to go by, it redirected it. If I want to do a Pak Sao, he'll throw this hand right here, I'm going to Pak. Okay, I'm going to jam him up and I'm going to hit it. Notice my hand is between my center line and his center line. Okay, what I don't want to do is when he throws that punch is this. Okay, we are now a mirrored image. Let's do the other side so the camera can see. He throws in, boom. We are a mirrored image. I am in no better position than he is. Yes, I can reach him, but he can reach me too. So I haven't done anything to his structure, okay? All I've done is put us at a stalemate. He comes at me with this hand right here, on boom. I'm gonna jam him up and I'm gonna hit him, okay? Now notice too, my footwork. What I don't want to do is this. When he comes to that punch, look how far I have to reach. Not only that, but because I didn't step forward, when he Lan Saos and pushes into me, I go over. I fall down. Okay, when he does that same thing, I go boom, and I hit. I'm splitting him up the middle. When he pushes against me, he can push all day long. You know, I can even pick this foot up. He can push all day long. He is not going to knock me over, okay? So proper positioning is really key. So he comes at me with this hand right here. Boom, there's my Pak Sao, my Pak Da with the fist. He comes at me again, same thing. Boom, Moot Sao. Looked very similar, okay? But very different application. I hope you guys got something out of today's video. Try to always remember, don't just train hard, train smart.